Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, hosting Cruz, and guys, a blockbuster of a fight has been announced. Reportedly for May 4th. On Cinco de Mayo weekend, and that'll be free agent now, likely to be signed by Matchroom under Eddie Hearn. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, the future Hall of Famer, and one of the top pound-for-pound stars in boxing today, and one of the biggest stars in boxing and draws in boxing today. Will be facing off against the 27-year-old, big, young, hungry, punching power machine, Jaime Munguia. Says it right here, Canelo Alvarez will face Jaime Munguia on May 4th. Has reportedly made his choice after parting ways with PBC. And then I saw another article saying that Canelo is set to face Jaime Munguia. Canelo Alvarez, 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 knockouts, undisputed champion at 168 pounds versus Jaime Munguia, 43-0, 34 knockouts. So, based on their records, guys, these two guys can punch by the knockout ratio that these two guys possesses. Canelo Alvarez, man, one of the greatest to put on a pair of gloves in this generation, in this era, and one of the best resumes, if not the best resume in boxing today. His only 2 losses was to Floyd Mayweather Jr., no shame in that. And one of the top light heavyweights in the world, Dimitri Bivol. No shame in that either. Those are 2 great fighters. Besides that, Canelo Alvarez has won 60 fights against a who's who in the sport of boxing. Amir Khan, Miguel Cotto, Liam Smith, Rocky Fielding, Austin No Doubt Trout, Shane Mosley, Josecito Lopez, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Like I said, a future Hall of Famer. Now he's going to get ready to fight a young, hungry Mexican warrior in Jaime Munguia. 43-0, 34 knockouts, who's no slouch himself. Doesn't have the status that Canelo Alvarez has, the accomplishments, but he is a live dog in this fight. And stylistically, guys, this fight is going to be a barn burner, man. This is going to be fireworks. I just can't see this fight disappointing at all, man. These 2 guys ain't backing up. All these two guys are going to do is just go in there and throw punches. Hit me, I hit you back harder, and then some. I was highly impressed with Jaime in his last fight against John Ryder, how he was bouncing on his foot, on his toes, being patient, using his jab, flowing with the combinations, drilling that right hand. And he stopped Ryder. He did something that Canelo Alvarez himself didn't do when he fought John Ryder. He won decision in a hard fight, in a tough fight, competitive fight. And Jaime Munguia had a competitive fight with Ryder, but he stopped him. So they do have a common opponent, and that is John Ryder. Jaime Munguia, he's a bit sharper now since joining Freddie Roach. He showed that in the John Ryder fight. So we get that Jaime Munguia in with Canelo Alvarez. If the Canelo Alvarez shows up, the one that fought Charlo in his last fight, hands up, elbows tucked in, coming forward, ready to dig away at the body with the left hook and all that stuff. If he comes forward like that against Jaime Munguia, whoo, my goodness. This is going to be a brutal fight. Canelo versus Munguia, Mexico versus Mexico. This is Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera type stuff, to that magnitude. It'll definitely do huge numbers on pay-per-view. Both of these guys have a huge following. One thing about Mexicans, they follow their fighters. They support their fighters. It's going to be a Mexican party that night, man. And it's going to be red, green, and white on that night. And definitely going to be a party for sure. It's going to be a spectacle. One of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. It's going to do a lot of good pay-per-view. It's going to do some good pay-per-view numbers for sure, man. Because not only it'll sell, the fight would live up. It's not going to be a boring fight. If you're going to spend money on this fight, you're not going to be disappointed. Because these two guys are coming to fight and throw punches. They're not backing up. They're not in there to look cute. Both chins are going to get tested. The sweat is going to fly, and the blood is going to fly. And about somebody getting dropped, well, maybe not, because Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia have never been dropped in their careers. Now, because they both have shown some solid chins. But the thing is now that they're fighting each other, they both got the power to really crack each other's chin and change it. Change it. None of these two guys have ever been dropped, but they might change it on each other. Damn, this is a give and take fight. It's going to be a hard fight for both guys because with the experience Canelo has, that punch output that Jaime Munguia is going to bring, because he throws a lot of punches. Regardless if all of them are not landing, he's coming forward and throwing a lot of punches, and they're coming with hard power. They're coming with power. Jaime Munguia now, even though he looked a lot better in his last fight against John Ryan with Freddie Roach in his corner, he still doesn't have that. He still has not perfected that defense, man. He gets hit a lot, and he's known to having poor defense and getting cracked in that chin pretty hard during exchanges. And the power of Canelo Alvarez, man, he cannot afford to be doing that against Canelo. The thing is, Jaime Munguia he only has one speed, and that's coming forward and throwing a lot of punches and getting into exchanges in a firefight. And if he does that with Canelo, he could be in big trouble. But Canelo can also be in big trouble too. This is a tremendous fight. A lot of people were expecting Edgar Berlanga to be fighting one of these two guys next, but it seems to me that Canelo Alvarez has made his choice and he wants to fight Jaime Munguia. What I can see in this card, maybe Edgar Berlanga could be co-main event and he fights the winner. Set that up, which makes sense. That could be the next scenario there. But let me know what you guys think, guys. Miracle Boy Boxing right here, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo Alvarez, undisputed champion at 168 pounds, versus Jaime Munguia, man. The Battle of Mexico. A Mexican super fight. Fits perfect. Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's going to be tremendous. We'll see. I'm reading is reportedly set. And another one saying Canelo Alvarez is set to face Jaime Munguia. So, on May 4th. Miracle with Boxing, guys. I am your host, Wilson Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. I'll reply talking about boxing right here. Canelo versus Munguia. A Mexican fistic, power punching firefight. Nothing but pure action. Can't wait for it. This is your host, Jose Cruz, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.